Welcome to the physics class. Today we are going to study some of the applications of Gauss theorem. As we have studied the Gauss theorem that the total electric flux over a closed surface, which can be written as this also, equals q upon epsilon naught. Q is the total charge enclosed by the surface. Okay, so today we are going to calculate electric field intensity due to an infinitely long straight uniformly charged wire. Electric intensity due to infinitely long. It means what we have an infinitely long straight uniformly charged wire. Okay, so what we have now, if you want to draw infinitely long, this is a charged wire. How it can be infinite? Represent dotted line on both the side. It means this has not fixed end, so this will be infinite. Okay, infinite long straight uniformly charged. Uniformly charged means charge is present equally, uniformly distributed at each and every point of the straight wire. Okay, charge is present everywhere uniformly. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate electric field intensity due to infinite long straight uniformly charged wire. We want to calculate electric field intensity. Okay, we are taking a point at which we want to calculate electric field intensity due to this straight wire using Gauss theorem. Keep it in mind that we have to use the Gauss theorem because we are doing the applications of Gauss theorem. How can we can use the Gauss theorem? So suppose we have a point P at which we want to calculate electric field intensity. So this point is at r perpendicular distance from the uniformly straight wire. This point P is at distance r from this uniformly straight wire. Okay, now what we have to do, for using the Gauss theorem, we required a closed surface, that is called Gaussian surface, as the Gauss theorem is only applicable to the closed surface. So we should have a closed surface, that is called a Gaussian surface. How can we draw a Gaussian surface? First of all, if we have positive source charge, the electric field will be outside, and if we have negative source charge, the electric field will be inside. So wire now have positive charge, electric field at point P will be outside or inside, that is outside. Outside means that is away from this. अगर ये charge wire ऐसे पड़ी है and point is lie below this, so इससे दूर होना चाहिए, मतलब उस point पे electric field उससे दूर जाएगा, मतलब नीचे की तरफ. Okay, point यहाँ पे है तो इधर, point ऊपर है तो ऊपर, और point इधर है तो पीछे. It means point is lying there. So electric field will be at point away from this wire, that is in downward direction. So electric field will be in this direction. This is the direction of electric field at point P. We have to calculate the value of this electric field at point P. So each and every point, if I am taking point here, I am taking point here, I am taking point here, it means electric field will be downward. If on the upper side, electric field will be upper side, because electric field due to a positive charge will be outward from the charge. चार्ज से बाहर की तरफ होगा हमेशा इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. So electric field will be this. So we want to draw a Gaussian surface now, because we have to use the Gauss theorem. So we are drawing a Gaussian surface. As the wire is infinite, we do not know the length of the wire, so we will consider the element length of the wire, that is L. I am taking the length from this point to this point, that is from A to B, as AB equals L, length of the conducting wire. So what I am doing now, taking the distance R from the corners up and right side, up and down side, sorry. I am drawing a cylindrical surface. Okay, we have drawn a Gaussian surface. As Gaussian surface is closed, now the charge is enclosed in the surface. Charge is enclosed, charge inside a surface का अगर आप ध्यान से देखिएगा, and Gaussian surface is in the shape of cylinder. So now what we have to do, draw Gaussian surface in form of cylinder, in form of a cylinder of radius r. This is the radius, upper side r side दोनों से ये r है, radius r and length l. जो इसकी यहाँ से यहाँ तक की लेंथ है, this is l. तो जो आपने गॉसियन सरफेस बनाया, that is having the length l and radius r, length l and radius r. Clear? Now, as the Gauss theorem, as what the Gauss theorem states, Gauss theorem states that phi equals E dot ds q upon epsilon naught. So q is the charge present on the whole wire, that is infinite strong wire. So we have to calculate the charge. For this we should know the concept that is linear charge density. Linear charge density means the charge present on wire at 1 centimeter of the wire. Charge present on 1 centimeter of the wire, that is called linear charge density. स्टार्टिंग में हमने कॉन्सेप्ट्स आए थे कुछ, कॉन्टिन्यूस चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में हमने पढ़ा था. तो व्हाट इज लीनियर चार्ज डेंसिटी? इट मीन चार्ज प्रेजेंट ऑन 1 centimeter of wire. If charge present on 1 centimeter of wire is lambda, that is linear charge density. Okay, charge present on 1 centimeter of wire, that is lambda. Okay, lambda is called linear charge density. It means charge present on 1 centimeter of wire. Lambda present है, charge present on L centimeter of wire. तो L centimeter पे कितना होगा? Lambda L. So Q is equal to lambda L. Charge present on this wire, it means Gaussian surface के अंदर जो charge enclosed है, that is Q is equal to lambda L. जो अंदर charge enclosed हुआ, that is Q equals lambda L. Okay, so we can put the value over here. Now what it becomes, phi equals E dot ds. Q की जगह वैल्यू हमने पुट किया, that is this is equation number 1. From 1 we can write lambda L upon epsilon naught, putting the value of Q, that is lambda L upon epsilon naught. We are using the Gauss theorem right now. So flux is E dot ds, that is lambda L upon epsilon naught. Is it clear? So now we have to calculate the flux from the surface, Gaussian surface, as the Gaussian surface is in the form of cylinder. Gaussian surface is in the form of cylinder. I have this bottle, okay, in the form of cylinder. This bottle has 3 surfaces. What are they? One surface is curved surface of this, जो आपको इसका सारा ये कर्व्ड सरफेस दिख रहा है, ये इसका वन सरफेस. सेकंड इसका ये क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया 2, एंड थर्ड वन इज दिस क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया 3. अ सिलेंड्रिकल सरफेस हैज अ सिलेंड्रिकल क्लोज सरफेस हैज 3 बेसिक सरफेसेस. वन इज कर्व्ड, सेकंड इज दिस एंड थर्ड इज दिस. अगर इसके अंदर कोई चार्ज है तो इट मीन्स इलेक्ट्रिक लाइंस उन सभी में से क्रॉस कर रही हैं. इसके अंदर पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, पॉजिटिव चार्ज से इलेक्ट्रिक लाइंस बाहर निकलेंगी, तो इलेक्ट्रिक लाइंस इधर भी जाएंगी, इधर भी जाएंगी. किधर जा रही है इलेक्ट्रिक लाइंस? हमने इसका इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स निकाला. जिस भी सरफेस में से इलेक्ट्रिक लाइंस पास कर रही हो तो इट मींस इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इज देयर. सो वी वांट टू कैलकुलेट द इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स ऑफ 3 सरफेसेस एज द Gaussian surface has 3 surfaces 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now total flux through the closure, this surface is called 1, this is 2 and the curved surface is called 3. Cross section surfaces are called 1, this is 1, this is 2 and this curved surface is 3, named as 3. तीनों का हमने टोटल फ्लक्स निकालना है. phi total flux is equal to phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3. Phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3. As electric field is in this direction. If we want to calculate the flux at 1, what is the formula to calculate the flux? That is E dot ds. Opening on this, that becomes integration of E ds cos theta. Theta is the angle between electric field and area vector. Okay. So if this is the cross sectional area, area, इसका area vector इधर perpendicular हो, because area vector is always perpendicular to the surface. ये surface है ऐसे, तो इसका area vector इधर होगा. So this is the area vector of this, that is ds, और electric field downward में. So what is the angle between this at one surface? That is 90 degree. So यहाँ हो गया cos 90 plus phi 2, इसका area vector outside होगा. Why? Because area vector is perpendicular to the surface, that is outside, और electric field इस point पे भी downward है, that is 90 degree. So here E ds cos 90 also plus what about 3? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड डाउनवर्ड, कोई भी अगर कर्व्ड सरफेस हो उसका एरिया वेक्टर उस पॉइंट पे परपेंडिकुलर होता है. अगर यहाँ निकालना है तो एरिया वेक्टर दिस, यहाँ निकालना है तो एरिया वेक्टर दिस, और यहाँ निकालना है तो एरिया वेक्टर दिस. अच्छा, इस पॉइंट पे निकालोगे तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड भी अपवर्ड होगा और एरिया वेक्टर भी अपवर्ड होगा. इट मीन्स एंगल 0. अगर इस पॉइंट पे निकालोगे तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड भी डाउनवर्ड है, एरिया वेक्टर भी डाउनवर्ड है. इस पॉइंट पे निकालोगे तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इधर होगा, एरिया वेक्टर भी. कर्व्ड सरफेस पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और एरिया वेक्टर हमेशा सेम डायरेक्शन में होते हैं. तो अगर सेम डायरेक्शन में तो एंगल आएगा 0. सो E ds cos 0 degree. Cos 0 is 1. So what is this now? Cos 90 is 0, flux is 0. Cos 90 again 0, flux 0. Cos 0 1, the flux is E ds. So total flux according to the surface is E ds. Total flux according to the surface is E ds, and total flux according to the surface according to the Gauss theorem, that is lambda L by epsilon naught. So this is the equation number 2. Comparing 2 and 3. Comparing equation 2 and 3. So on comparing, left hand side is phi, right hand side is इसका ये और इसका ये बनेगा. That becomes E ds, that is lambda L by epsilon naught. Okay. So we want to calculate electric field intensity. What is electric field intensity? Electric field बाहर रखा, that is ds lambda L by epsilon naught. What is ds? ds is small area element of this. Integration means total surface area. अगर एक सिलेंडर है, सिलेंडर का टोटल सरफेस एरिया इज एज इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ds, that is 2 pi r h. तो ये 2 pi r l जो सरफेस एरिया होता है सिलेंडर का, that is 2 pi r h. ओके, सो दिस इज द सिलेंडर सरफेस एरिया, that is 2 pi r h. हमारे पास उसकी लेंथ जो ले रखी है हमने, that is l. So now putting the value E dot 2 pi r l equals lambda l upon epsilon naught. L से L हुआ कैंसल. So what is E now? I am writing 1 upon 2 pi epsilon naught L lambda by r. 2 pi तो epsilon naught के साथ लिख दिया और r lambda के नीचे लिख दिया. Multiplying and dividing it by 2. Multiplying and dividing it by 2, so it becomes 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. ये 2 इससे मल्टीप्लाई हो गया 4 pi epsilon naught. This becomes 2 lambda upon r. So this is the electric field intensity due to infinite long straight uniformly charged wire. This is the first application of Gauss theorem. First application of Gauss theorem is this. So what is this now? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda upon r. So हमने क्या क्या किया एक बार दोबारा से देखिए. What we have to calculate? We have a infinite long straight wire. We have to calculate electric intensity due to this infinite long straight wire using Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem का use करके. As flux is E dot ds over closed surface equal q upon epsilon naught. So we chosen the L length of the wire at a point P r distance from the wire. तो हमने Gaussian surface बना लिया. As Gauss theorem is only applicable to the closed surfaces, so we must require a closed surface. So what is the closed surface now? So R, by taking R, we draw a cylindrical Gaussian surface over this. Now जो चार्ज था ना वायर के ऊपर वो इसके अंदर एनक्लोज्ड हो गया. गॉस थ्योरम की स्टेटमेंट ये है कि जो चार्ज अंदर एनक्लोज्ड है वही फ्लक्स लगाएगा. सो फ्लक्स इज क्यू अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. अब टोटल चार्ज तो हमारे पास नहीं पता वायर के ऊपर कितना है, हमने सिर्फ अनक्लोज चार्ज लेना होता है. ये चार्ज तो बाहर रह गया, ये वाला ये नहीं लेना, हमने सिर्फ क्लोज चार्ज लेना जो अंदर है. तो इसकी लेंथ एल है. तो हमने पीछे पढ़ा था लीनियर चार्ज डेंसिटी. व्हाट इज द लीनियर चार्ज डेंसिटी? लीनियर चार्ज डेंसिटी इज चार्ज ऑन यूनिट लेंथ ऑफ द वायर. So if we have charge on 1 centimeter of wire, that is lambda. So we have chosen the L length. So charge on L centimeter of wire, that is lambda L. Q equals lambda L. So total charge enclosed is lambda L. So we have put the value of Q, that is phi equals 0 ds integral, that is Q upon Q की जगह रख दिया lambda L upon epsilon naught. So now move on to the Gaussian surface. As Gaussian surface is in the form of cylinder, it has 3 surfaces, 2 cross section and 1 is curved. So we want to calculate the total flux over the closed surface. So total flux is flux over this and flux over the curved surface area. So what was the formula of flux? E dot ds. E dot ds, that upon opening E ds cos theta. Theta is angle between electric field and area vector. So electric field is downward because we have given the direction earlier. So area vector is perpendicular to the surface. This is the surface, so this will be the perpendicular direction. So angle between them is 90 degree, cos 90. Here is also cos 90. ds area vector is in this direction and electric field is in downward direction. 90 over the curved surface. Over curved surface always electric field and area vector is in the same direction, so angle will be 0, cos 0. Cos 90 becomes 0, cos 90 becomes 0, cos 0 1, that is EDS. So flux from the Gaussian surface is EDS. So comparing the equation from the Gauss theorem and Gaussian surface. Phi equals, that is EDS equals lambda L upon epsilon naught. E को बाहर रखा, इंटीग्रल ओवर ds lambda L upon epsilon naught. Is it clear to everybody? I think now. So what is ds? ds is smaller surface area of the cylinder. So integral of ds is total surface area of the cylinder, as total surface of the cylinder is given by 2 pi r L. So what is now 2 pi r L this. Okay. So putting the value over here, E, this is the value 2 pi r L. is equal to lambda L upon epsilon naught. L to L cancel. 2 pi is the denominator of 1 upon 2 pi epsilon naught and R denominator 2 lambda. Multiplying it 2 and dividing also by 2. So 2 से multiply किया नीचे 2 by 4 by epsilon naught, ऊपर 2 बचा. So electric field due to a straight wire carrying charge, uniformly charged wire, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda upon R. As E is here 1 upon R, it means electric field is inversely proportional to distance. अगर ये डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा होगा, वायर से जितना आप दूर लोगे डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड विल बी लेस. तो डिस्टेंस जितना ज़्यादा वायर से जितनी आप दूर जाओगे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड उतना कम मिलेगा. जितना वायर के पास रहोगे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड उतना ही आपको क्या मिलेगा, ज़्यादा. So this was all about the electric field intensity due to a straight wire carrying charge. Okay.